Alrighty, are we live? It looks like we're live. Um, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Whitfield Report Streamlabs edition. Here for late Friday night, early Saturday morning, depending on where you are in this beautiful country known as the United States of America. So, lots of stuff went down with Vox Day this week. His true identity. Because, we all know his real name isn't Vox. It's not even Ted Beale. We know his name is Teddy Spaghetti. That's his real name. And we also know that Teddy Spaghetti has allied himself with Owen Benjamin, the man, the myth, and the bumbling buffoon. Now, Vox has already sucked Owen Benjamin into joining his unauthorized TV scam. And from what I've heard, there's a chance that Milo Yiannopoulos might be joining in on this. Now, I know that Vox and Milo were supposed friends at some point. And I know that Milo also has had his issues. But speaking as someone who was once a fan of Milo from the beginning, when he was a provocateur against the left, and also a provocateur of the alt-right, I just have to ask Milo, first of all, say it ain't so. Please tell me you're not going to unauthorized TV. But if you are, well then, I've officially, lost faith in you. What faith, or not even faith, but optimism I had that you could redeem yourself if you join unauthorized TV. You're gonna go down with the Titanic as far as the internet is concerned. You do not want to get in bed with Vox Day, and I'm not meaning that as simply a joke. I mean, you seriously don't want to get in bed with the likes of Vox Day or Owen Benjamin at this point, especially not Owen Benjamin. I know that Milo has been having some money problems, and he might have been out of the loop, but Owen Benjamin is not someone that you want to be allying yourself with. A guy who said that Hitler was a great leader. A guy who constantly makes N-word jokes and, gay jokes that aren't even funny. They're more just disparaging in general. Oh, and then of course, let's not forget the fact that he doxed 2 people on one of his streams and falsely accused them of attempted murder. And still has not apologized to those two gentlemen. You want to know a channel that you should tune into, Milo? You should subscribe to this guy by the name of Johnny Arcade. Because Johnny Arcade has been chronicling the, Owen and Vox Day saga for quite a while now. I've been playing some of Johnny's clips on my stream. I can't tonight because I'm doing Streamlabs for my iPad, which is the only way I can really do Streamlabs in this setup, because they don't make a Mac application yet. But if the rumors are true, what can I say? I'm already kind of disappointed in you, Milo, seeing as how, you ripped a bunch of people off with that, Dangerous.com subscription. A lot of us, after the neocons went after you and tried to deplatform you from CPAC, a lot of us, pitched in some money for the dangerous thing. Because we believed in you. You didn't deliver on the product, which was disappointing, and admittedly I've been pretty pissed about that. But I'm kind of reaching out, just because I'm still hopeful enough that you're not dumb to get into a bad business deal with Owen and Vox, and it will turn out badly. I mean, those two guys haven't even launched a platform yet. So, that's my, that's my word of caution to, Milo. Okay, yeah. Milo wrote the foreword to Vox's book, Jordanetics. Yeah, I know. Here's the thing about Vox Day. Okay, I knew of Vox Day because of Milo, but even when I liked Milo, even before I had heard of Owen, I've had a strong disliking for Vox Day since before I even knew Owen existed. I've wanted him to kind of go away for a while. So the fact that Vox has just, Teddy Spaghetti. The fact that Teddy Spaghetti has allied himself with Owen and sunk his own ship is beautiful to me. Sam is Savage. Thanks, Moon. I really appreciate that, bud. I really do. And thank you for the generous donation. But yeah, anyone who wants to be a legitimate conservative at this point, if you're getting involved with either Vox or Owen, that spells trouble. It may seem sweet at first, but, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to realize that you're part of a cult, and, you're going to be like, holy crap, how did I get here? Then you're going to leave the cult if you're smart. You're going to find a community, one of the two, maybe both. You're either going to find the RTC community, or you're going to find Sam's Savages, my community. We will tell you, we told you so. And then you'll be welcome, and then, you'll pretty much be welcomed in, and we'll laugh, and, yeah. You won't leave the cult because you weren't on the spaceship. Nah. Okay. Juice Almighty, how did you get wrapped up with Owen, Sam? I actually did a stream about this a few months ago. I mean, it's not, the moon says it's my fault, but, I mean, it's not entirely the moon's fault. You want to know whose fault it is? I mean, I've told this story a bunch of times, so I might as well tell it now. But, I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast pretty regularly. I still do. But honestly, it's Joe Rogan's fault because last year in March, when Owen was on Rogan's podcast with Kurt Metzger, Owen made some really good points about how the left was going super crazy with this, whole free, with, banning anyone who was not even, really right-wing, more like libertarian. And, back then, Owen was just more like a moderate free speech guy. Or so it seemed. So, basically, I got into Owen because that whole podcast went really well for the first hour or so when it was just Owen and Joe, and then Kurt Metzger came in and just talked over Owen completely, which looking back now is hilarious. But back then I felt kind of bad for Owen, so I tweeted out that hey, I kind of like that. This was really my first time seriously listening to the Owen Benjamin guy. I kind of like what he has to say. So, the Moon, who at the time went by the alias of Cannabear, reached out to me, told me about the Facebook group, told me about the Discord, and invited me in. I got invited in. Everyone in the group was really nice to me, for the most part, except for Base Texan, who immediately, and this is hilarious too, thought that because I had a mustache, which is pretty much the same mustache that I have now, he was saying that I was a pedo, which, I mean, if you've ever heard any of my podcasts, what I think of pedophiles, yeah, I'm definitely not I'm when it comes to pedos or anyone who wants to hurt kids, I say that we unleash the Punisher, or the Frank Castle types on those guys. You know what I mean? But everyone in the group was really nice to me for the most part. I met Canna, the Moon. Well, they're one and the same person. I met Kelbear. Of course, I met the man now known as Johnny Arcade and the rest of the DZ. Started hanging out in their chats. And I became close friends with them. And they really were the ones who were, just So the other thing was everyone picked a bear name, right? So, and this is a pretty fundamental part of the story either too. So, everyone had a bear name, and I figured that because this was a networking opportunity for me with the Unbearables, I dubbed myself Podcast Bear. The idea was that people would ask, hey, Podcast Bear, what's your podcast about? And I would plug the Whitfield Report, which is what I ended up doing, pretty much. And, I got a few subs from the Bears for a while. And at that time, the Whitfield Report was an audio-only podcast, too. That was the other thing. Kenna and Johnny were really the ones that pushed me to start doing live streaming shit, because at the time it was 2018. I'll never forget, this was Kenna's exact words to me. Dude, it's 2019 and streaming has finally gotten good. Everyone's doing it, so you should too. First time I caved into peer pressure, guys. Which works great, because I still have the audio podcast, but now I also do videos. So it's literally kind of like I have the radio/TV hybrid that the CPAC boomers wanted to offer me a few years ago, but now I'm doing it on my own. Very cool. Anyway. So, I met the DZ. I got to know those guys real well. I really got to know John Neary well, who is the guy who roasted Nimmer. That's what he's famous for. Nimmer tried coming into my hangouts, when I would do, Whitfield Reports Hangout. He came in one time and was, trying to, or maybe I went into his, I can't remember. But, he kept trying to impress me with, Obama jokes, because I told him about, I didn't think he was that funny. I thought he had potential, but, he just never made me laugh. So, he tried doing jokes about Obama that were, bad. And then he did, this really lame joke that was, Trump is, the real black president because, Trump likes gold stuff. He likes, big helicopters and big jumbo jets, and so do black hip hop stars. So Trump's a real black president, man. It wasn't even a funny. It was really bad stereotypical observations. So, yeah. So Nimmer was so. But then once the feud started breaking out between, Neary and Nimmer, I took Neary's side, obviously, because Neary was a friend of mine. Then, as covered on the Portland documentary and covered on Johnny's streams, we left. We didn't do anything for months and months and months. If you go to my channel, between the months of May to December of 2018, I really hadn't even covered Owen at all. I think I had mentioned him once or twice on a stream. But at that point, I was mainly talking about the Florida primaries for the election, because I was doing more serious political commentary at that point. And then in December, that was, of course, when Johnny and the DZ got doxxed. And as I've mentioned before too, like, at that time in December, I had just become eligible for sponsorships for the audio podcast through Anchor. And some of the bears, they, not like all of the big ones, but like some of the minor ones, I guess, had like tried like contacting Anchor because of the accusations towards Johnny Arcade, and because like 40 other people, including myself, were linked to the DZ. Because we got linked to that whole thing, some of the bears tried to get like my, sponsors canceled in my podcast platform, because apparently I hadn't been involved in this poison. Nothing happened. I will say the one thing that did suck was they started to kind of bombard the iTunes page with like negative reviews, but then some of which are still up there, some of which Apple actually cleaned up because they were just nonsense. But so yeah, all that from and then after that we found ROTC and whatnot, and I mean, again, I don't say thank you to be a kiss ass or to be a suck up, but I really do appreciate Mersh and Royce helping me promote the Whitfield Report, and helping to promote the podcast, and kind of teaching me what they can when they can, because it was tough there for a while. I didn't expect to get all wrapped up in this internet war, but amidst, here we are. And I kind of have to say that, like, now it's kind of funny, because like between the Never Trump movement and then Owens Bears and then some of the magatards like Jovi and Baked Alaska and Ashton Birdie, which, by the way, people are still salty about me, about those comments I made about Ashton Birdie a few weeks ago. All because Mersh, they were like, why didn't you roast Mersh back? Why did you attack Ashton Birdie instead? Because Ashton Birdie reminds me of a chick I went into high school with. And because it's hilarious. But, all that aside, I've just kind of learned to laugh at all this political stuff. So, like, and this is also funny. Last night, one of my friends called me, one of my in real life friends, and was like, dude, you used to do like a serious political show. Like, what happened? Honestly, nothing really happened to the show, other than I've kind of just decided to mix, like, the serious news format of my show with my sit-down comedy routine. I mean, obviously I can't do stand-up, so now I just do, like, observational, I will do serious political news. And I promise that once this whole Owen thing, blows over, I'll probably, like, start doing, like, more political news again, especially once the election kicks up. But I have to say, I kind of like these streams where we just ad-lib and talk about stuff. I like it. I really do. So yeah. So, Juice Almighty, that I hope that answers your question there. Oh, Future Nobody in the chat. Everyone subscribe to Future Nobody. Everyone subscribe to Johnny Arcade too. Johnny, I know that you're at over 1,000, and you really don't need me to tell anyone to subscribe to you. But I mean, what the hell? You're OG Savage, so fuck it. I'm gonna promote you, dude. Oh, Juice Almighty. I'll play your video tomorrow when I can. That there's, like I said, I'm on an iPad, so I can't, I can't play stuff like I usually could. Let's see. Oh yeah, John. So Johnny, you mentioned. I did see Owens like streaming Jack Shack today. And wow. All I can say with the streaming shack is wow. I don't really. Yeah, I've got nothing. All I can say is I seriously hope that shack doesn't like collapse in and fall on Owen, because I'm afraid it will. I'm also, for as much shit as people give me from, for like, streaming from my room and having that bathrobe on my door, at least I'm not in a shack that looks like it could crumble in on itself. So, yeah. Anyway. Does anyone else have any questions for me? Also, feel free to super chat streamlabs.com/Whitfield Report if you're in the mood. If you super chat me questions, I will most likely go on another like 20-minute rant. How big is my hammer? The moon wants to know. Bigger than Owen. Bigger than Owen's. That's really all I need to say. And the rumors are true. I did suffocate a shark with it too. Future Nobody. Oh yeah, Future Nobody, don't delete your channel, dude. Like, there's no reason for you to. Johnny Arcade's email is. No, well, I was gonna say Johnny's email is my email, but if you guys ever want to like email me stuff, sam@thesamwhitfield.com is my email address. If you ever want to send me clips, also, I mean, just follow me on Twitter and whatnot. So, Let's see. Oh, night moon. I guess the moon is heading out. Does anybody have any more questions for me? But Sam, you're just reading from the chat, and you're not doing content. Yeah, because I don't have any videos to play. Sorry. Okay, future nobody. I just I read that in Owen's voice, dude. I'll admit, I totally read that in Owen's voice. Guys, I'm drunk on White Claw. I killed my dog. I hit him a little too hard. Johnny, I can't play you a video on here. I'm on my iPad. It won't work on here. I mean, if you clowns want to stay up until like 3, I suppose I could do a video stream from there. But no, I've got lots of videos for tomorrow. So don't you worry about that. I'll be covering I'll be covering everything. I'll be covering Teddy Spaghetti. I'll be covering Owen. I'll be covering Ashton Birdie's latest tweet storm tomorrow. Let's see. What you talking about, future nobody? I've been talking to the chat and to you guys and telling stories this entire time. And yes, Johnny, I am a tease, but not as much a tease as Ashton Birdie. So. No, future nobody. You don't get it. See, I know that you're a clean dude, but here it's actually like a requirement here that you fucking cuss. So yeah. The baffling death of Isaac Cappy. Oh yeah. All I will say on Isaac Cappy is it's weird that like Owen oh yeah, Johnny, that's a cuss word for sure. That's my favorite combination of cuss words, actually. Yeah, that's my favorite combination of swear words. So, but well, Johnny, I don't know about you, but you won't be seeing me behind any dumpster. So. Ashton doesn't like dumpster pumping either. Oh, foul ball. It's probably either Owen, Vox, or Based that gave me the foul ball. I mean, if they really wanted to you know, if they really wanted to, you know, if they really wanted to annoy me, they would just, you know, take that downvote away and just, like, not interact at all, because a downvote is still interaction. It's still something. So, you know, it could be Ashton. It could be Ashton Birdie. It could be one of my crazy ex-girlfriends. It could be my crazy ex-girlfriend that looks like Taylor Swift. I don't know. But, yeah. Another public service announcement. The Teddy Spaghetti 3 video that, 3doll made. Everyone should really, go check that out. So. Yeah, Juice, like I said, I'll play that video tomorrow night on the Whitfield Report. I mean, if I do another stream later, because I've got dinner heating up in the oven, actually. Yes, it is almost 1 a.m. and I'm still, you know, going to eat dinner. But, yeah, the Juice Almighty video will be, on a upcoming Whitfield Report stream. That was hilarious. The 3doll video will be, of course. Then, you know, I'm gonna have to age restrict that video for sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure that my entire channel has probably been age restricted at this point. So, you know. But, also, everyone go subscribe to Blues Doll too. I saw that she subscribed to the channel, so thanks, Blues Doll. Very cool. And, yeah. I can't really think of anything else to talk about, so everyone go head over to Future Nobody's channel, where you can see his striptease. Everyone else, you know, or whatever he was talking about, you know, you can see him in his undies free of charge. So go over and watch that, I guess. And if you're interested, I'll be in RTC's voice chat with some of those yahoos. They asked me if I was coming in, so yeah, I'm going in. So anyway, folks, good night. God bless. God, freedom, I can see in that order, and I'll see you soon on the next Whitfield Report, the official stream.